how did you get into this industry? How does one get to be you? Because I know there's someone watching right now thinking, well, I want to be a brand strategist. Do I want to do amazing events as well, especially in Hollywood with the stars? How does someone become you guys?
Well, I actually started because I was working at HBO back in 2001, and you can't help but being creative, and I marketing wasn't my background, so it was ironic. I went to school for physical therapy with a minor in sports medicine, and I was working as an exercise physiologist at HBO Health and Fitness Center, and I think I got the bug, and my husband was always in the entertainment industry, so I got bit by the bug of working at HBO and basically their creativeness, and a couple years down the road, I always loved style. I opened a showroom. I was in for a rude awakening in 2008. Dreamhouse Marketing and Branding Group, repping marketing brands, and it was challenging, and it's been a long journey. Experience.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Exactly. And that's actually where I met, how I met Dwight, a mutual friend of ours, Christian, who is actually from Gabon via Paris. He's and Dwight go way back in Paris, and he introduced us. And Dwight was launching one of his clothing line. A few people don't know about this, but he actually launched a men's wear hot boy
two box collection.
Collection.
All right, so now Dwight, let's talk about you. You are a man of many talents. We know that you've owned the Purple Door Salon for 34 years tomorrow.
That's correct.
So that's experience in hair and you told me something about cosmetology. Obviously, you're very stylish. You even had your own line of clothing, and then you're also in events and planning. How do you do it all?
It's all the things that I love to do, and I think work should be the things that you love. Work should not be work, a job. And so therefore, for me, it's never work. It's all the things that I love to do, and I can stay up creating night and day. I started out sewing in elementary school, actually, because my sister sewed very well. She's a wonderful tailor and a designer. And I have two sisters, and I was the boy that grew up playing with balls and trucks and whatever that was boring. And I got beat every day for playing with their dolls because that's what they did. And that was my attraction, and I guess the more I got beaten and disciplined for playing with dolls, the more I was attracted to it. And didn't really understand why I couldn't play with a doll when they did. But anyway, that was my introduction to sewing and designing. And from there, I started on the runway modeling. From there, I started helping backstage. And from there, my father didn't want me to go to beauty school. His boy was not going to do no hair. But I was defiant and went to beauty school. And that's how it all started. And from there, you know, you start helping backstage. And one thing led to another. And I'm a foodie. I love food. I love to cook. And that's how this whole thing came about. Flowers, anything beauty and luxury. You know, beauty and luxury is what I enjoy, and it's seamless.
And have the two of you ever thought about getting a show? Because I think
we are a show.
You are a show, and that's why I'm asking.
Thinking about it, it is a show. They don't want it. They don't want it.
Okay, I can just see it now. You know, we follow you as you do one event after another all over the world, all over Hollywood. I can see that. Okay, I'll be your executive producer. Okay, knock knock Netflix.
Okay.
I can really see it being a really good
Well, you know,
series.
it's really interesting that you said that, because people think that we show up and we look fabulous, we look beautiful, we pull together, but it's a lot of work.
A lot of work goes into it.
And it's a lot of time and a lot of situations that we are involved in. That way we can pull it up because of the relationships that we've had all over the world over the years, that we can pull it off. You know, I think the first time I got involved, I only had, what, a week or 2 weeks? 2 weeks. And so, you know, it can be done, and we have done it, and we do
So
it.
basically, you can pull off events last minute.
Oh, 30 days. 30 days is a long time.
Yeah, 30 is a long time for us. I had to stop myself, and you know, Mark, camera guy, knows me. I had to stop myself because I got used to the adrenaline when people call me and says, hey, so I need sponsors and I have something for this event. And I said, when is the event? And I said, and they said next week. And I will drive into overdrive and get it done. And I would strive off that, but I stop now because the stress level is so high that it's not worth it. So unless you cut in a really nice check, I'm now in a position that I chooses what I want to do. So if it's a passion project and I think I have the time, yes, I'll do it. But I no longer waste my time on those calls. Sometimes as soon as the first thing I've learned, and you have to sometimes, I used to be the first person to say yes to everything. And over the years, I had to learn.
Pull back. You have
The
to
power
pull
of
back.
saying no.
The power of saying no. And now I'm the queen of no. So when you call me, I'm like, not that I'm a pessimist, I'm very optimistic, but I'm also a realist. So when you call me, if you want to do something next week, of course I can do it next week.
Yeah.
But do you have a budget to do it next week? And is it worth the stress level of us? If
Because
it is,
it's just a
yes.
matter of picking up the telephone because
Right,
we know who does what
Does
and,
what,
and calling.
exactly.
And if you're available, you find if that one's not available, you go to the next one and we can get it done. But again, you know, like she said, you have to pick and choose. You know, and
Absolutely.
you can't.
You can't say yes to everything.
Everything,
You can't
you
do
know,
anything.
and-
Your time is money. But I'm telling you guys, you need to pitch a reality show. And remember me telling you this because I can see that people first.
You were like, I want my credits, right?
I
You're
want
gonna
my-
sit there, what's
No,
the
I want to
date?
work. I want to be an executive producer.
But
But no,
let me
seriously,
tell you,
it would
let
be
me tell
great.
you a funny story about this particular event, this week, last
The
week.
Griot
Sunday.
Gala.
We are there. First of all, the carpet person didn't come through.
Yeah.
So then the shade of the carpet wasn't right.
Right.
And
Oh, wow.
so we said, no, that's not going to work. We just can't accept anything. So we're running around looking for carpet. And
How many
actually
days
going.
before?
Because that is a particular carpet.
2
2
a
days
particular
before.
color.
Yes.
So to see something over the telephone is one thing, or over the internet or whatever, but you have to see things
So
and feel
we're
it.
hands-on.
So
Yeah.
I'm had a driver driving me around to these
Drama. It's drama. That's
right,
what I'm
2
telling you.
days
This
before.
would be a great show. Like, oh my God, is it gonna happen? Is it gonna go great?
So-
Oh, the event is coming.
Because the carpet that we had before, we assumed that it was still there because we purchased it.
Right.
It was not available. So we had to find carpet in 2
Eaten
days.
by
So you all have some big mosquitoes and with the,
he started.
Oh my
I'm laying carpet 2 hours before the doors open.
International
And,
man of many talents too. I
But
mean,
again,
yeah.
it's in production. You have to make it happen. No, it's not an
Right.
option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we got it laid. The doors open. The flowers was beautiful. Everything was great. The food was great. And this is like 5 o'clock in the morning after
Right.
everybody's gone. I mean, the restaurant is nobody's in the restaurant. We're only 2 foods there.
Well, all our staff leaves at 12
Right.
because they've been there from either
5 in the morning, 6 in
6
the
in the
morning.
morning.
So
So
they're
at 12,
exhausted.
they're exhausted or they want to go party with everyone else, and we can't blame them for that. So we let everyone go. So at 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, these 2 fools are still there. And when you talk about, I had to videotape him loading shit onto the truck, we still
Well,
there.
we can laugh about it now, but it was not funny when it was happening.
And I heard that you only had 1 shrimp all day.
Yeah, one
Superwoman.
shrimp. And still, and at the end, at 5 o'clock in the morning, I was pulling that purple
pulling
carpet.
up carpet off
Pulling
the
up
street.
the carpet
Now,
by
it was-
myself. It's a
wait
good
minute.
thing I'm an island girl.
Right?
Well,
You get
remember,
down
the
to-
carpet was just a runner. This was
It was
100
a
feet,
huge
and
carpet.
then the step and repeat was another 80 feet of carpet.
Yeah.
She's pulling up carpet. I'm loading up the truck, and I'm exhausted at this point. And I was like, and she's still pulling up the carpet. I'm in the truck
was
ready to
like-
go.
he
I
said,
said, you don't
If you don't get ass over here,
and get
I
in this
said-
car, I'll run you over.
yeah. I says I got one more, and so I stayed. We stayed until I pulled the last stairs of the carpet down. And then the funny thing about it, right? So we rolled the all of that beautiful carpet up, right? We rolled it up, right? And then we said we're gonna go home for 2 hours, right?
Right.
And I always say, my husband's dad used to always say, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. So we're coming back in the morning to get the carpet, and we put it in storage for next year. And we wake up to a
It was
thunderstorm.
Oh,
So we
yes, it
got
was
back to
raining the next
restaurant,
day.
It
and
was-
the carpet
was
was
ruined.
ruined, soaked right through.
I mean, so
wow.
I
So-
mean, not a drizzle. And out of all
So-
the times I've been in LA, it's
Never
never
rains.
rained.
Never
Never.
rained.
And I
Never.
was like, guess this is a sign from God. So
Right.
we had to throw out now about
3 or 4 boats of carpet.
which is about 6,000 square footage of carpet. All that beautiful carpet that covered the entire
Yeah.
Sunset Strip
Right.
that we
gone.
want is gone. We had to call someone to basically cut it.
And pieces
Pieces,
because
and
it's so
then-
heavy.
And
You
all
can't
my
move it.
hard work, I should have left that damn carpet the night before that I rolled up and thought I did a fabulous job.
Yeah.
Was soaking wet, and I was so agitated.
Listen, this right here could already be episode 1.
know,
Well,
right?
well, I mean,
No,
it's,
because
that's
we-
just that's just one situation, and you know. and
Right.